Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Welcome back again to David and Duncan YouTube channel.
Okay, this is a good morning, nice Friday, and the second day of the December, and we are happy. Welcome. So today we are just comparing the rites. In kalenjin we have 4 stages in life. So we have the 4 rites that's a man passed through. So we shall explain not in detail, but just for everybody's understanding, not too much, not deeply.
Okay, so we have the major rite of passage that is from childhood to adulthood. So in African society, there were some painful stages where a young man or a young lady was passing through to become an adult. So today we are going to highlight only 2 of them, that is from the Kalenjin community and the Luo community. When I start from Luo community, the rite of passage from childhood to adulthood was the removal of 6 lower teeth. Very painful event. So in olden days, when a man or a lady is aged between 12 years to 14 years, he or she was considered to be transiting from a child to an adult. So there was a specialist or a special person who was conducting the activity of removing of 6 lower teeth. Very painful event indeed. So in most cases, this activity was done at market centers, whereby the remover of the 6 lower teeth could come in a market gathering and advertise to the people the advantages of removing the 6 lower teeth. So if you are convinced, you are supposed to line there or assemble there for the removal of your teeth. Maybe somebody might ask somewhere, what was the advantages of doing so? The first advantage, according to those people who lived then, was that suppose you are sick and you could not open your mouth, then the gap between your lower jaw was used to administer you the drug or feed you something like porridge or water. The second reason why they did that was to differentiate you from a child and an adult. If you are maybe age 20 years, 30 years, and you have not removed your 6 lower tooth, you are still considered to be a child. So the second reason was to differentiate a child and an adult. The third reason, when people went to war, for example, suppose there's a war between the Luo and the Kalenjin, and some people have been killed. Since the Kalenjin people were not removing their 6 lower teeth, they could identify the Luos easily between the dead people, so that they can go and bury their own. The other one was that it was considered prestigious. Suppose a man did not remove his lower teeth, he could not even approach a lady. But if you have removed your 6 lower teeth, you are considered prestigious and courageous. You could sustain that pain. Then you can move to the next level. There are several reasons. Let me hear also from Duncan's side. I will explain more later.
So I will explain from Kalenjin side. So when a child is born in Kalenjin, he must pass through, if it's a boy, he must pass through 4 stages. So the one is birth. During birth, this mostly entails is done by women. So when a boy is born, women will organize for a party for the newborn baby. So that some women will come, bring some presents. And if the woman is a Christian lady, it's the Christian woman will take an opportunity again to come and welcome her back to church, because when a mother give birth, he will be she will be out of church for some times when she will be taking care of the newborn. So this first rite of birth, this birth party will be done by only women. Men cannot attend, but unless only the father. But birth celebration is only done by women. The second stage is circumcision. So this one is done at the age of 15 to 18, and it is specifically done by men and done in the bush. This one is the stage where a boy is converted from boy to a manhood. So when he will be back, he will be considered as a man, and he can be recognized. And you know, if you don't pass this stage in Kalenjin, you are not allowed to marry unless you pass the stage. So it's a taboo in Kalenjin for somebody who has not passed the stage to marry. Okay, the other one is marriage. So marriage is, this one is done by when a man has a wife, has a girlfriend, they will go for engagement. I think we explained that one sometimes back. But now for marriage, it will be done. It will be attended by both sides. There will be women, girls, boys, women, and children. All will be participating in this. Then the last one is death. When somebody dies in Kalenjin, anybody who died must be buried. And according to our culture, up to now in our culture, the Kalenjin does not recognize cremation. They must be buried. And during burial, the grave must be dug in the early in the morning. Early in the morning, the day of burial cannot be dug. Maybe if the burial is today, the grave must be dug today, not early before. Not yeah.
Okay, in Luo also, the four rites of passage, as explained by Duncan, all of them are also available in Luo community. So maybe let me ask Duncan, for the sake of our viewers, to explain a bit the process of circumcision, because today we are discussing about the main rite of passage from childhood to adulthood. So according to Kalenjin, circumcision is the main rite of passage from a child to an adult. Can you explain the process? How do you do? What do you do in the bush? And just in brief.
So I think, as I told you, is that I will just not explain it deeply because you know some of it in our culture is a taboo. If I can explain, maybe some curses will follow me. So just know that it's a process done by men in the bush, and the boys face the knife and blah blah blah.
Okay, maybe another question. Suppose it is a lady. What are the rites of passage for a lady? Because circumcision is not done to ladies as far as I'm concerned in Kalenjin community.
So a long time ago, all boys and girls used to face the same rights, but as the Western culture came and people saw that it was not necessary for women, so those so old people used to recognize it as important in women because they used to say that if a woman is past the process, the woman will be faithful. You know, a long time ago, some men can go for war, maybe 3 years. So if the woman is circumcised, the woman will just be at home. No. There will be no side. She will be honest. Wait for her husband to come.
Okay, let me explain maybe a bit in Luo. In Luo, both ladies and gentlemen passed the same rite of passage. So it was considered a cowardice behavior if a man could not allow his lower teeth to be removed, but a lady could afford that pain. So it was very shameful for a man to approach even a lady if he has his full teeth or dental formula. Another thing, if you were not, you did not pass the rite of passage and you are old enough, they consider you as a stranger because you are not one of them. So another reason why they were doing this is to identify their own again in case of an accident. Suppose people died in an accident and they identify using the gaps between the jaws, they could know directly that this is a Luo. Now from that point, they will start following up if maybe there were some people who were traveling along. I think that is enough for today. If there is any Luo community from other African countries and have different rite of passage, they can also comment down in the comment section so that we can know from other sub-tribes of Luo. I believe also in Kalenjin there are some other sub-tribes in other African countries. They can also comment and we share and we compare.
Okay, thank you and be blessed.
Okay.